Amongst East African community nations Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, and Kenya, Kenya's public transport leads the pack. Its railways run over 2,700 kilometers, with the Mombasa-Nairobi section running 480 kilometers long. It's called a meter gauge railway because the distance between rails is less than a meter. Cheap to build, the carriages are light and don't require strong locomotives. Meter gauge railways were standard for British and French colonies. On this old railway built by the British 110 years ago, trains could only run 30 kilometers an hour, and the journey from Mombasa to Nairobi took over 10 hours. This is all changing now.
Yeah. 刚才我们做的那个实验是钢筋的拉伸实验，主要测它的钢筋的这个力，测它的那个屈服强度和极限抗拉强度，还有伸长率。然后过程中还要检测一下它钢筋的重量偏差。
Cao Yunguang is the director of this on-site lab. He teaches Kenyan workers to test construction materials.
钢筋实验主要是因为咱们这个钢筋混凝土结构里边，钢筋属于骨架结构，所以说它的质量非常关键。
This steel will be used to build Kenya's new Mombasa-Nairobi Railway. Cao works for China Road and Bridge Corporation. They use Chinese standard rail, and Cao must make sure everything is up to spec.
我们就是按国标上规定的，就是同厂家、同规格型号、同炉坯号，每批钢筋不超过60吨，我们抽一组。它这个里边的化学成分，包括它冶炼工艺，会有细微的一些差别。
The Mombasa-Nairobi Railway is Kenya's largest infrastructure project since independence. It's also the first major international railway wholly built using Chinese technology and national standards. China Communications Construction is the main contractor. Mr. Cao's company, CRBC, handles construction. The steel rebar they're testing comes from China. The entire project requires over 80,000 tons of steel. Mr. Cao has another important job. He trains local workers in Chinese standards.
In college, we studied about the British standard, but here it is Chinese standard.
The standard gauge railway project brings Kenya over 30,000 jobs, and after the project finishes, some 30,000 skilled Kenyan workers will know Chinese railway standards.
工程没开工之前，我们就是陆续的会招一些垦方实验员。然后他们来了以后啊，我们会对他们进行那个系统培训，主要是理论方面和那个实际操作。理论方面呢，就是我们提供这个给他们讲解，中英文对照的这种作业指导书，从钢筋的取样到钢筋的批次怎么取，多少批取一次，然后包括就是实验过程，从开始到结束，要就系统的给他们培训一遍。然后做的过程中，我们会跟着他们一起做，但是目前就是他们现在已经比较熟练了。
Chinese standards and technology can be implemented in Kenya thanks to Chinese government support. Chinese rail transit enterprises produce trains that run on standardized railways. Now, these companies are exporting their trains into Africa. In 2015, Dalian Locomotive and Rolling Stock delivered 13 trains. These trains are optimized for local conditions. They can reach up to 100 kilometers per hour. The project is finishing ahead of schedule. Its success helped China Communications Construction sign another agreement with Kenyan Railway from Nairobi to Naivasha, over 120 kilometers. Using the same standards, they'll build 5 more stations over 4 years, costing nearly $1.5 billion US. African railways only account for 7% of total global length. For China, Africa's railway construction market is huge. But Chinese state-owned infrastructure enterprises face fierce global competition. Chinese government support helps them win important projects, but it also means the nation's reputation is on the line.